Entrepreneur. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled How and Why You Simply Have to Make Ongoing Customer Service an Integral Part of Your Long-Term Marketing Plan, Entrepreneur. Otherwise, you're simply going to wind up working way too hard, you're going to spend way too much money, and you're going to earn a whole lot less. And there's no need for that. So here's the thing. Far too often, struggling, cash-starved small business owners and service providers like you and I, they make the mistake of thinking the following advice that you're about to be exposed to is basically nothing more than good old common sense. And if that's what you're thinking, here's a famous quote for you. Ladies and gentlemen, common sense, unfortunately, isn't too common. Now, here's what we're going to do in this brief video. We're going to examine 7 things you need to know about delivering great customer service so you can and will make more money. Here's the first thing. Entrepreneur, do you realize that only 4% of your unhappy customers and clients will ever bother to verbally complain directly to you or your business or your forum? That's right. Now here's a question. If only 4% will bother to do it, what do you think the other 96% are going to do that are unhappy? That's right, they're going to get gone. Now here's the point. It's far cheaper to plug this hole, an unsatisfied customer, than it is to go out and spend the traditional 500% more trying to replace them. So here's the second thing. Do you realize that on average 50 to 70%, that's almost 3/4 of all dissatisfied customers or clients are still willing to give you a second chance as long as you show a strong commitment to resolve their issues. Now stop and think about that again. This hole is easier to plug than creating a new customer or new client. Here's the third thing. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, as much as 95% of all dissatisfied customers or clients will still do business with you again, provided you resolve their issues quickly. Now stop and think about this. Just for taking a little time and a little manpower and devoting it to an unsatisfied customer and resolving their issues, you just wiped out a new 500% cost. Because unlike your competitors who don't know this, and more importantly, who don't adhere to it, they think they'll just churn and burn. They'll go get somebody else. Yeah, the cost of 500% on average. 95% of these people can be retained simply by resolving their issue quickly. Incredible. Now, here's the fourth thing. Do you realize that satisfied customers on average, ladies and gentlemen, they'll tell about 5 people. And that's great. That's 5 new potential customers or clients you didn't have to advertise for. That's great. Now contrast that to number 5. Dissatisfied customers or clients on average are going to tell between 9 and 10 people. And unfortunately, I got some bad news to add to that. Those figures were compiled before social media existed. So you can believe with the advent of social media, especially Facebook and Twitter, when somebody's dissatisfied and they get on social media platform, and more importantly, when they have influence, which means if they happen to have 80,000 Twitter followers, I don't have to tell you that you and I can't afford that kind of negative publicity. At least I hope you realize you can't afford it. Now, here's the 6th thing that you should come to appreciate. Do you realize that just by following up anytime you have scheduled deliveries, call, find out what happened, was it delivered on time, are they satisfied? That's the same as sending out a birthday card, a anniversary card to your customers and clients, or sending a congratulatory letter, pardon me, on the birth of a new kid, maybe a relative or somebody in the family just graduated college or medical school, law school, whatever. These type of simple acknowledgments go a long way toward customer loyalty and brand loyalty. A simple follow-up phone call on a scheduled delivery. Are you kidding me? Here's the seventh thing. Entrepreneur, anytime you can offer additional training or assistance to your customers and clients to help them better maximize their results as a direct result of using your product or service, do it, because it's only going to help you out in the long run. If you have some software, why not put on a special training? And then if you need to, hire some college students who specialize in this in school and pay them, part-time to just sit in a forum and troubleshoot and answer questions that inevitably are going to come up. There's no two ways about it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before you rush off, there's two other concepts and ideas I got to share with you. And they're simply this. Here's the first train of thought. Think of each customer or client as your only account. And if they were, would you treat them differently than you are now? And here's the second thing. Selling is like the courtship. It's the sexy part. If you've ever dated somebody, or if you're married now, or you were dating somebody, that's where you put your best foot forward. That's the selling. Remember the sales rep when they sat in your office or they talked to you on the phone, or, how politicians have a tendency to do? Oh, they sell it to you. It's the dream. It's fantastic. Service, on the other hand, is like the ongoing dating. So, entrepreneur, here's the thing. When it comes to good customer service, you and I should never, ever hit the bullseye 100%. And the reason is because your customers and your clients are always in transition. So you and I got to constantly juggle and move to keep up with them. That's just the way business is. And if you're not willing to do that, business and business ownership may not be for you. So on that note, I hope you can come to appreciate how and why good old customer service can make you a lot of money. 25% more gross profit to your bottom line in the next 90 days or less, and do it without having to add any new customers or clients, just like you saw in this video. Then, ladies and gentlemen, grab that free 9-page special report and just head over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales in order to get it. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Looking forward to being with you again next time on the Marketing Minute.